Well, it's a photo that these players will look back perhaps fondly.
Recognizes Macau in that midfield, which means he needs to be the person that's going to stay in between that defensive line to be able to have that rest defense that
In Global plays his 6th derby, but it's his first for Amakosi Pulemodi.
So therefore they're going to rely on Modi to be able to make things happen. Duma, that will possibly be the one that leads the line, and Lilepa as well. They'll be more engaging in terms of them going.
Kaizer Chiefs throw up the love and peace sign, and they're getting off the skull and crossbones. Off delayed, but it is finally time for Soweto Derby number 185, and we're underway. A little bit of a warm-up Dust Cup final. Oh, it's brilliantly played through here for Sibilibili. He has the pace to latch onto it. He's hung it up nicely for Mufokeng, who made a habit last month of scoring from headers, but this time didn't get the right kind of connection. A goal by now. And then his 5th minute goal in their last league outing as Mufokeng lays it across here from Butuma. Brandon Peterson gets there. But to get there, let's have another look. It's beautifully played in behind.
Yeah, and if you look, I think at this instance is Butuma, but today it's where Murimi maybe gets caught by Simango's tackle. But look at the savior. You know, from this man that came back after so long after an injury that he had, and he was doing so great in the beginning of the season. Of course, he'll try to continue that, but this is the confidence that they need.
Before he assisted Saleng's winner in that famous 3-2 victory back in the 2023-2024 season, and dispossessed by Simango. Pirates have it again. Here's Mbata over the top. Still looking for his first goal in the league this season. Now Tetra dispossessed. This is Butuma laying it off for Mufokeng. Cuts inside. Here's Sibilibili. Brandon Peterson with the big stop, and on the follow-up a terrific block.
Look at this incident right here. The ball being played out wide with Sibilibili. Peterson be able to put his body on the line, and the second one against Simango there, making sure that he puts his body on the line, but you need to recover. Kaizer Chiefs midfield needs to recover a little bit quicker, because we can see that it's only Mtetua and later on, yes, Nzo will join in, but they need to recover a little bit quicker. But Peterson here pulled a great save.
Giving Simango blocking the follow-up. That's okay. Teasing Mabwe, finding Sibilibili. A team that has been so good from range this season, just not quite finding the mark at the moment.
Look at defensive line, look at where Modi is and where he steps up, just to try and make sure that there's not enough space and time. Here you can see Ndovi again continuing as well, being able to anticipate and making sure that this man who is so...
He's sometimes wild and wayward. Yes, that flick from Munyani doesn't find a teammate. Superb for Stellenbosch against Mamelodi Sundowns as Swandile Duba gets away from 2 here. Huge opportunity for Kaizer Chiefs. Duba puts it on a plate for Pulemodi to open the scoring. His first Soweto Derby goal. Well, with the league title out of touch, they've assumed the role of party spoilers today. And had they just dashed the Buccaneers' hopes of claiming a first title in almost a decade and a half.
Yeah, correct. You look at the disappointment in the Pirates players. It starts here on the side here where that press happens again. Chiefs winning the ball, but still be able to play out. And on this side,
Lilepo with plenty of pace on that one. It's the kind of free kick that just needed the slightest of touch. He probably was trying to bend it into the bottom corner. Evidence Makgopa has scored 4 goals previously in the Soweto Derby, but has scored in the last 3 matches. Managed to do that. Here's Mufokeng. Still Mufokeng! Oh, it required a touch from Peterson.
Yeah, it required a touch indeed from Peterson. When we put one back against Richards Bay, when the dying minutes, you can see really here, just been forced to put the ball on his wicket foot on his left hand side, but a great touch nonetheless from Peterson again.
Whips it in, Makgopa and Sierra scored Bay in March last year. Then Ellen Batuma was on the
take over.
Now Polis rolled into space here for Hotto on the follow-up, and it's in. It's Sibili with the equalizer. Now the man of the match when they met 2 months ago. And now Sibili on the score sheets in the Soweto Derby for the first time.
I guess Grandis came on after Peterson been tested in this game, making so many saves. Look at the way Hotto plays the ball. With Peterson making the save. Look at Sibili as a right.
Sibili does brilliantly here. Apollos arriving! And Brandon Peterson throws himself across goal once again. In 2007, that was also a 1-1 draw.
So you think we're heading for a 1-1 draw?
There's the earlier moment created by Sibili.
The previous derby that they had.
It's a drastic improvement from that. Now Austin Apollos, he forced a little wide, and it's an easy pickup for Brandon Peterson.
There they go.
It's brilliantly laid into the path here of Munyane. Sabisi making the interception with Flavio Silva arriving at pace.
Good play there for Munyane. As also you can see that it's buying more time to actually check as to get who's the person inside the box that can maybe the most free.
The last few campaigns as Mabwe with the out-swinging delivery does find the head of giving him Simango. That's over the top. Alonso Napolis this season being subbed off now for the 17th time. Mufokeng sliding it here through for Dion Hotto. Brandon Peterson quickly off his line. Chance on average every 33 minutes. Brandon Peterson down, that's why there's been a stop here.
I'm sure with the results as well, you know, footballers just slow down the tempo, slow down the pressure, possibly that Orlando Pirates are trying to deploy, but good reading of the game here from Peterson to be